In the studio, looking at the top two from last season played yesterday, didn't they, Sal?
Yeah, but it's not just about the top two, is it? It was all change all over the weekend. I think it's going to be one of those topsy-turvy seasons, isn't it? Morning, everyone. Leicester City are top this morning. Their 1-0 win over Wolves, coupled with Liverpool's draw at Manchester City, means they lead the way after a weekend where Spurs and Southampton have also spent time at the top, as Joe Linsky reports. It was another day of shocks in the first round of the FA Cup yesterday, as Scunthorpe and Burton Albion were both knocked out in the first round by non-league opposition. Rangers remain 9 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership after thrashing Hamilton 8-0. Manchester United's women have gone top of Women's Super League for the very first time. Hugh Carthy ended a successful couple of weeks for British cycling by securing a third place at the Vuelta a España. And there was a really special day for Scotland's Robert McIntyre at golf's Cyprus Showdown. Top 50. He seemed a little bit shell-shocked, I think,
wasn't he? That's so
to see them all, but they were so delighted. Great to see.
He's really highly rated as well. I saw lots of his fellow pros saying sort of yesterday that's the first of many. He's a young lad as well, isn't he? So he's got a big future ahead.
Brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you very much. A little bit of joy. Morning.
Talk about these two guys here. Liverpool missed the chance to go back to the top of the Premier League after they were held to a 1-1 draw at Manchester City. Now, we're used to seeing them on the big screen, but Hollywood stars Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney have, like many of us this year, been forced to make appearances virtually. They've been speaking, excuse me, to Wrexham AFC on a video call to find out whether they're going to buy the club. Guy Walker was on the call yesterday. As one of the biggest Hollywood stars in the world, what is his connection with Wrexham?
Well, he does.
How often do you expect to see them on the touchline?
Bye.
Wouldn't that be great? But
I'm going to go to watch that when that happens.
But who are you going to support, Wrexham or Chester?
It's obvious. It's not Wrexham.
It's Chester.
So you can't just split loyalties there, Louise. Come on.
Oh, that's such a
Wouldn't that be great?
It's such a great
Interesting,
story.
though, they've already decided it's going to be a TV show. They're going to document the whole thing.
That's clever. Thank you very much. That's great.
And were you there, Sal, when the call happened?
I was.
And what happened?
I'm going to tell you right now.
Go on, then.
I'm going to tell you exactly what it means, though. Really important to get this right, because, of course, after voting down the motion to extend free school meals in England over the holidays, the Prime Minister appeared to change his mind at the weekend. He confirmed that the government will now provide extra funding for the most disadvantaged children and their families. They have committed to spending more than £400 million on different schemes. An extra £170 million is going to be handed out to local councils. 80% of that has been earmarked to help provide food and cover bills. Now, the biggest chunk of money is going to the Holiday Food and Activities programme. That's going to be expanded to cover the Easter, summer and Christmas holidays in 2021. There is extra money too for food distribution charities, including food banks. They're getting £16 million. And an increase in the Healthy Start scheme payments. These support pregnant women and people with young children on low incomes. They're going to be getting just over an extra £1 a week. Well, as Dan said, I was actually filming with Marcus Rashford on Saturday night when he got the call from Boris Johnson. After that call, he said he was grateful to the government and this is going to be a big step forward. It's really interesting, isn't it? While the world was watching a new president being elected in America, actually this phone call was happening here. And obviously this has, been a big story that we've followed for some time now. And Boris Johnson called Marcus Rashford as he arrived home after playing at Goodison on Saturday and went through the whole thing. The explanation I've just given you, he explained in that phone call. I think we do have a picture we can use, actually, of Marcus on the phone to Boris on Saturday night. A lengthy phone call where I could hear that Boris Johnson was explaining in detail what he was planning to do, and Rashford listened and listened and listened and then asked lots of pertinent questions about something that they agreed to do by the end of the phone call.
Oh, Sally, well, thank you very much for bringing us that. And let's